and welcome to the DC Overlord channel. I am the DC Overlord. Today we are fancasting for Booster Gold, except there's just one problem. I have no idea what characters are going to be in Booster Gold. I have no idea. No clue. But I didn't let that get in the way, as I have some ideas of who could be in Booster Gold. I didn't recast anybody, but I have a premise of what it could be. I could be completely wrong, but I'm just throwing a shot in the dark, basically. There's no way for me to know who's going to be in this show, especially when we don't even know what it's ultimately going to be about. I mean, we know it's going to be about Booster Gold. We don't know if there's other characters that are going to appear, or if it's just going to be Booster Gold focused. Don't know. But I have my guesses. This one is difficult to cast for, though. Because again, number one, I don't know what roles I'm casting for. And number two, I had some disagreements on who should be who. Because I had some people in mind for, like, Booster Gold. But at the same time, I this is kind of the same situation with Brave and the Bold, where there's multiple actors that can fit the role, but some of the actors I've already cast, so they're out of the question, right? You don't cast two people in the same role. And then other people, I'm like, I don't know. But let's get into Booster Gold, okay? Let's break it down. I have Chad Michael Murray as Booster Gold. See, when going into this, I just assumed we're going a comedic angle. So I looked for comedy actors. People who have been in comedies, people who have, like, a more lighthearted type of style, more of a, like, ridiculousness, and someone who could play a really good loser of the DCU. And you might recognize Chad from One Tree Hill, or Freaky Friday, or many of the other things that he's been in. And he's still acting, and he's a really good actor. I mean, he really is. And he could absolutely play a loser of the galaxy. There's some other people that I had in mind as well, but I was kind of going for consistent ages for all of these characters. Now, you can always cast them a little bit older because they are from the future, you know, they're going in the past. It depends on how long you want them to be around. But Chad Michael Murray is right at the perfect age to be, like, someone who is kind of still young, but also, like, you know, kind of too old to be a loser. And then I went Ben Schwartz as Plastic Man. Again, I don't even know if Plastic Man's going to be in Booster Gold. But if he is, Ben Schwartz, he kind of said that he wanted to be Plastic Man. And also, I think he has the vibe to do it. I think he could actually be a really good Plastic Man. I also had another guy in mind, but I went with Ben Schwartz because he actually showed interest in it. Then I have Jim Parsons as Ted Cord. I mean, Ted Cord is supposed to be this geek. He's a little bit of a, you know, loser. Not necessarily loser. Like, I mean, he's better than Booster Gold. But, you know, if we're going for a comedic angle, I definitely think Jim Parsons could do it. He has a lot of range for his acting. I mean, he's obviously well known for The Big Bang Theory, and I think him being Ted Cord would be an excellent pick, especially as someone who is, you know, very well known in the comedy era of The Big Bang Theory. Then I have Kevin Hart as Skeetz, the talking robot. Kevin is actually a pretty good voice actor. I mean, I've seen him do a couple of different jobs, and I think he would actually be really kind of funny as the voice of Skeetz. And Skeetz is supposed to be kind of a little witty guy. He's also the same size as Skeetz, which also helps. But, you know, I think overall, you just get a funny voice actor to do Skeetz, and it would be perfect. And I think Kevin Hart would be excellent to be Skeetz. Then I have January Jones is Power Girl. Again, I'm shooting in the dark here. I don't even know who Power Girl is gonna be in Booster Gold. But I casted her anyways. Because she could kind of fit the vibe for Booster Gold. She could even be kind of, it would be interesting to do Power Girl before Supergirl. I got January Jones just because she just looks the part. I mean, I didn't go for boob size, although I'm sure some people would. I think you could easily just make a joke about the boobs and just move on. Even if you even include that, I feel like Power Girl is kind of more than her boobs, even though people like to focus on it. I think you just find I would rather have a better actress than someone who has boobs and sucks. Also, never mind. Then I have Josh Lawson as Guy Gardner. This one I went through a few different people. I had a whole list of people who could be Guy Gardner, but I went with Josh Lawson because he did a really good Kano, and I think he could do a really good Guy Gardner, and he's kind of at the age where he could do so. I mean, you could say technically he'd be older than I think Glenn Powell, I think. But either way, you could argue that it's in the future, so it doesn't even matter what age he is. You could do a couple things with it, but I think overall you just get comedic actors, and I think Josh Lawson has the great humor of someone who could play Guy Gardner. Then you have Russell Crowe as Jonar John Carter. I don't even know who this character is. I just know that he is. I just kind of looked at Booster Gold villains, actual Booster Gold villains, and Jonar John Carter was one of them. He looked older in most of the comic iterations that he's been in, so I casted an older guy. I think if you get Russell Crowe to play a nobody, it kind of writes itself, right? You just get a superstar to play the unknown characters because people don't know who they are, and so there's no reason to cast on point with them. And you could just easily make up a new character, or make up a new version of the character. I don't even know who Jonar is. I really don't. Apparently he's the main antagonist for Booster Gold, so that's why I included him. I gotta be honest, Booster Gold is not one that I have read at all. The only way that I know about Booster Gold is through Justice League Unlimited, and that's it. And other things that I've included him since. Anyways, then we have Donald Glover to be Black Beetle. I think if you go the angle that this is supposed to be kind of the tie-in for Blue Beetle, assuming Blue Beetle does well, you would easily be able to include Black Beetle as well. Black Beetle is kind of the main villain of both Booster Gold and Ted Core Blue Beetle. He kind of goes around and comes around. So, I think you just get Don Glover to be Black Beetle. And, yeah. And that's all I have, because I just don't know. I don't know what the angle is. You could honestly have Booster Gold go against, Peacemaker or something. It wouldn't really matter. I mean, I think, there's so many different angles, so many different ways you could tell Booster Gold's story, that it kind of just writes itself. And I think if you get, a writer who does comedy to do this show, I think you win all around. Just get Steve Carell to write the script for you, and it'll just write itself. Just make it the funniest show ever, and just make it TVMA, so that you can get the crude jokes and the mature, just make it mature. Just make it mature. Basically, they play up kind of the boys' style. You can get the boys' writers too. I think you get the boys rider to do booster gold, you're kind of set. But those are my picks for booster gold. Again, don't really know who's gonna be in it other than booster gold. Try to throw a shot in the dark. Let me know what you think. Comment down below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed this. This was definitely the hardest one so far, because I don't even know who's going to be in it. So next time we're going to do Supergirl. Supergirl is the second to last one that we're doing that is official. And then after that, we're going to start fan casting other people that could potentially be showing up in DCU. Not necessarily Chapter 1, but, you know, we're going to cast them as if they would be starting their characters relatively soon. So that we don't have to think about, okay, if it's going to be 10 years before they play it, what age would they be? I'm just going to cast them as if they were going to play them today, I think. That's honestly what I went with while casting this. You know, I know, obviously, some of these projects are not going to happen for the next, 5 years or so. Or a couple of years. I mean, I don't know what the release schedule even is going to be. I don't know if we're gonna do one a year, or if we're gonna do 2 a year, or 3, or if we're gonna change it up every once in a while. I don't know. That's one thing that I can't control. But hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. This has been the DCU Overlord signing out.